Yo. Yeah, we cute everybody in now. Hey y'all. How's everybody doing? Ooh, I just abruptly ended. Hey everybody. Okay. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Got a lot to talk about today. And I have something that I'm doing my woosah for because I don't want to get upset at someone else's experience because y'all know I get passionate. But the way they did this woman and then the feedback and the victim shaming, I was like, maybe I'll save this one for its own. But I'm gonna talk about it a little today, and then we could pick up that conversation again on another live because I'm gonna go even deeper. But today I'm gonna get into it about who this boot camp is for, and it definitely is related to. It could be relevant to what I'm gonna show y'all after that. And also the giveaway, holiday giveaway, scholarship, party, etc. So I want to go over that. I want to provide an opportunity for anyone that has any questions. Happy Monday, Nicole. Um, any questions, comments, or feedback, and I want to show y'all this information. All right, so we're gonna kick off with the boot camp that is today. The first day of the Microloc Bootcamp Challenge is today. I've been talking about it. We've been doing this for years now. So I want to I want to go over who this is for and who it is not for and tell you a little bit about it. So this bootcamp is a 4-day challenge. It used to be a 5-day. We condensed it down to 4 days to make it a little more succinct, but all the information is still there. So we have 4 jam-packed days that will cover everything you need to know to have the head-turning results of your dreams. Okay? My sound is good? Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get into hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get into who this boot camp is for. Okay, so it's tonight at 7 p.m. Welcome everybody that's scheduled. This is the last one of the year. So I definitely want to make it a good one and make sure that you have this great experience. And every year we change something a little bit. We add, we evolve. So this will be the final bootcamp challenge of the year. Okay, this bootcamp is designed to give in a short period of time at an affordable rate a lot of value and also to walk through with participants along the process of achieving whatever goal it is that you have set for this challenge. Okay. I'm not I'm not sure if y'all could. Hey Keisha. Okay, and then let me know if y'all could. I know it's just like a random. I just pop up at random. It could be 3:30. It could be 4. It could be 4:30. Our team will be doing the boot camp tonight, so I figured I'd go on and take this opportunity to talk about it. Is my camera look fuzzy? Looks a little fuzzy on my end. Let me see if this helps. So professional, right? Oh, so much better. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, let's get into who this boot camp is for. All right, it's a boot camp challenge. Like I said, it is designed to get you your best results. After I talk about this, I will definitely show you, and I'm going to dedicate a whole nother time to go more into it, but I want to show you something that's got my blood boiling a little bit about someone's experience, and this is why I created the boot camp challenge. There's been a lot of misinformation, a lot of people who um, may not know the origin of Microlocs and why it was intended to have this more refined outcome, this innovation. Many of y'all saw me on the panel with Sister Locks, and I felt that many people sent so much love and well wishes for the fight that maybe you knew or didn't know that I was fighting for almost 2 decades for all of us to be able to have thriving businesses without having those limitations. Okay, so this is why part of the reason why I wanted to have this boot camp. So this boot camp challenge is for people who may be a DIYer. You may be new to Microlocs, right? Or you may be a client a potential client seeking more accurate information and support. There's been a lot of the first two been a lot of the people that have entered the boot camp. You may be an inspiring stylist or hair business owner. Definitely should get some solid information and certification, especially if you're doing it on a business level. Um, definitely don't want to have any problems legally. You are a current hair professional and or salon owner looking to add to your business. You seek solid, credible information based on long-term and proven methods and techniques that set the standard at the official formation of Microlocs and its branding. So a lot of things that are going to be happening through the next upcoming time frame, and it's going to be more and more and more important for you to really, really do things well and do things properly. I'm not going to say too much, but this is why I'm pushing really hard for people to get this information, especially make that determination on your own that getting your skills to be best before, especially before you do it professionally, is going to be really important. Okay. So let's get into who this boot camp is not for, right? And it's okay. Not everything is for everybody. And I'll have to come to the, I've had to come to the make peace with that. Sometimes you may have information that you think would be helpful. You've seen people literally walk into something and you're like, oh, no, no. And you have to say some people are not ready or not willing or just, it's just not for them. So this boot camp also is not going to be for people who have these following qualities. All right. You're not going to participate or engage. Some people see a low price point. Sometimes people are confused, and so I'm going to clear up what the boot camp is versus what the certification program is. So some people might say, "Oh well, maybe I'm confused. This might be the whole full certification, so I'm just going to watch it, and then I'm going to do." No, this is an interactive group experience designed to be the extra level of support and the extra level of coaching. Whether or not people continue or not, I felt I wanted to offer this. And so a lot of people decide what they're going to do after that. But even with this information, you should be able to see within the 4 days a drastic improvement, a significant improvement in your knowledge and or skills. So that's what this is designed for, like a boot camp. If I go to a physical boot camp, I'm expected to participate. I'm expected to get in there and work out, and I should see an increase on my stamina. I'm not going to see drastic weight loss in 4 days, but I might see what I need to continue to do in order to get those results that I want. Right. So that's what the boot camp terminology that I wanted to put on this was for. We're going to whip it in shape. It's the smallest amount of time. If you become defensive or combative or just closed-minded when told information proven to get the best results, don't typically have that in the boot camp. We typically have very receptive people. I think once you've gotten that far and once you've decided to commit any amount of money, even if you got in the boot camp for free and you've committed to the time frame, we usually find that people are usually at that point very receptive and they notice, which is why I think the feedback and the testimonies have been so valuable. So I appreciate everyone that does leave really great testimonies. You aren't concerned with getting your best results. This is not going to be for you. There's no point because we're going to be helping you once you've identified what specific thing you'd like to accomplish or what you're working on. All our coaches are going to do is support you along that. So, some people may not, they just may, I don't know, may not want that. And you don't care about the strength, refinement, or long-term results of your Microlocs. It's not for you. It's okay. I think most people, when I explain to people the intention of Microlocs, what's needed for strength, most people understand that it is really important to focus on making sure the quality is really well if they don't want them to pop off or become very weak or have problems. And you don't want to be doing this and then your lock is in your hand. You have a whole sections coming out because there's some changes with your hormones or something going on. You had a baby. Very slight changes that will happen to your hair Um, and then it just makes the whole strength of the lock that much weaker. There's so many reasons why I talk about strength. Refinement is subjective. I mean, it depends on what you want as far as the neatness and the quality, but I'm definitely we're going to be training and teaching to that. All right. So if that's not you, if that's you, hey, Natasha, then I would look forward to joining you. Now, I want to tell y'all something. Y'all, y'all ready? I'm going in between screens, y'all. Hold up. Let me know if you're ready to hear this crazy story someone shared. I'm not gonna say who shared it with me, but some of these groups, this is why I'm not in them. Because the things that we see, and if y'all have seen things, these are real people that have had experiences that have paid some people's rent twice over. And then that's one thing, right? That's one disappointment if it doesn't last. And you're confused as to why. When some of us know why it didn't last because we can see the foundation. But when the shaming happens after that, I'm being really calm and I'm like a little nervous because I was just like, I'm upset about this, but I want to talk about the boot camp and I want to feed it right back and tie it back into the kind of conversations that we're having in these boot camp challenges. But this tapped into me, I guess, as a therapist, as a social worker. It was just so much, right? So I'm going to share something. Y'all gotta let me know you're watching. Let me know you want to see it. I'll do probably a separate live for it. I've erased, names and faces, so it's anonymous. But when people post in public groups, they're looking for support. You ready, Natasha? You ready, Nicole? Facebook group, y'all on it. I try to be, courteous streaming to YouTube, but I didn't really announce it on YouTube. And let's see what's going on IG. If y'all are quiet, I can end the IG live, y'all. It's all good. I gotta know who my audience is. Y'all. I see some thumbs up, but y'all, do y'all want to see this on here? You're gonna hop over in a Facebook group. And now we're getting a little technical conversation. Okay, I'll give y'all a minute, and then if no one responds or does anything, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the IG. Okay. All right. So let me cue this up, y'all, real quick. While I cue it up, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on the screen. And okay, YouTube, I see y'all. Are you in Facebook? Are you hopping around the platforms? Well, I cue this up because it's something I gotta read first. Assistant Nicole, moderator Nicole, are you ready? You said you're ready. Okay. All right. And this is why I talk so much. This is why it hits me in a certain place as a licensed social worker / hair with a hair business for so many years. All right. And if it happens to you, I'm going to advocate for you too. Let me take the fall because I'm not going to stop speaking up about this. So y'all probably can't see, so I will read it to you. Okay? All right. And I know there's a lot of people, let me be quiet. There's people that may do this, and I know y'all like me to be quiet because this is a way for you to get quick cash. My spirit won't let me not say anything. Just the group, I left it up. It says like fine-haired Microloc something. All right, so I'm going to blow it up and read it on my end. And it says, oh yeah, I gave y'all 1 minute on Instagram. I'm shutting Instagram off real quick. I take what I say seriously. If y'all don't want it, I'm going to cut it off. Discard. Okay. Okay. All right, so it says, I'm going to have to pull it up. I'm so disappointed. Let me make myself smaller so y'all can see. Before I came on here to show my locks and their transformation, they pretty much unraveled in less than a month. My install date was October 31st, 2024. I went on vacation November 16th, and while in the water, a wave hit me, so I felt I needed to get the salt water out. Bad idea. So I rinsed my hair while it was braided and banded. I hiked a couple of Oh, I can't. I hiked a couple of mountains and just did a lot of walking. 5 days later, my locks were gone. My retie was supposed to be today. Prior to my appointment, my loctician, I have to put a quote over that, asked for pictures of my hair, so I sent them. She asked me how often did I miss my hair. I told her 4 to 5 times a week, but mostly just ends and very lightly. And she said that instead of a retie appointment, that I would now be scheduled for a regular appointment at $75 an hour, which I was willing to pay since my install cost me over $2,000. Now let me hold up. Hold up. I was charging $75 an hour as a person that been doing this for how long and creating all this with Microloc. So when people are charging certain rates and they don't know what they're doing, that kind of makes me a little upset. Right. And I know I also was probably undercharging, but $75 an hour is still a pretty penny for some people. Back to what she said. I was willing to pay since my install cost her over $2,000. After driving 2.5 hours to my appointment, I was told I needed a new install. She said she instructed me not to miss every day. So, yes, I had to pay for a new install. And I politely told her that I was leaving because I'm not paying another $2,000 and that it wasn't the misting because I only added very little water to my hair. She asked, "Are you sure you don't want it done?" Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind. Needless to say, my stomach has been in knots all day thinking about the money I spent and nothing to show for it, but also disappointed because she wouldn't even work with me. I understand it's a lot of work, but I can't see if I was a transfer client, but I'm already invested as her client. This is just sad. What's y'all opinion on the matter? Anyways, um, hold on. Why is this not up? Here are my pictures of my install and what it looks like today. Let's take a look at the pictures. They are two strand twisted. Okay. About 90% of my locks, if she put interlock, are gone. They're not interlock in the picture. I zoomed in and twist. The last few pictures are the ones I sent here before I traveled to her for what would be um, a repair appointment, which changed to a new install. She had two strand twists and probably the base interlock, which this is two strand twist is not a professional install. Y'all can come for me all you want. Somebody responded in the comments, this woman is seeking some advice. She already, I'm sorry, she got me to be honest and real. She got duped with the two strand twist install, especially at that price. But then when she's questioning why it's all out, she said, "Yeah, your stylist did right." Someone said, "You knew to band, and she clearly told you not to wet daily, even miss. So you need to be held accountable. That's a lot of work she put into doing your hair. You didn't respect your investment by the way you care for your hair." Now this made myself big because I got made myself big. I made myself big. I made myself big. Two strand twist is not and never was a professional level installation for $2,000. Do what you want at home. Do what you want in your house, to your sister, to your daughter, to your grandma. You might be bonding time for y'all to sit for a couple of days. Do what you want to your own hair. This never was. Number one. Number two, misting and things like that can be done on a well done installation done with the proper method. It actually can be advisable. Sea salt should not ruin her hair. Submersing her hair, full head submersion, is something I would advise against. But there's no way she should not be able to rinse out her hair. If she had a proper installation, it would have had much more of a pattern to it, which would then allow her to rinse and keep hygiene up for herself by rinsing her scalp. No one's telling her to do a full-blown wash. We instruct your clients how to properly wash. But if they walk through a sandstorm or something, they're supposed to sit around and wait for 6 weeks before they can get that out their hair. What kind of healthy hair practice would that be in general? Now I can understand not doing excessive things to your hair during certain periods. We have locking stages and we have rules and instructions for each stage so that it can optimally evolve into a lock. So the client was unaware that what she had is something, probably one of the weakest, poorest ways to start an actual lock on a micro size for many reasons with an interlock basis, just which goes to show you that when people truly break down the anatomy of a lock and on a micro level, which is why I'm not going to stop talking about the standards, it would make absolutely no sense to start it that way and do an interlock. But interlocking, obviously, you know that that is a stronger pattern. That's why it's done. That's an ideal pattern, especially for how the hair is growing out the hair. So why start the whole head and charge $2,000 and then shame her? Because the groups, be careful. That's why I want y'all to who really do truly believe in quality work, quality hair services, speak up. If you don't, point them to my video. I've been doing this for so long. I had the sister like people. I've been paving the way. Let me just keep being a martyr that y'all, because at the end of the day, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And to shame somebody for something they didn't know at the time, invested into an educator, and then had them not come out. I want some people really not gonna like me when I say what I say next. But I think it's time for people to really go legal with stuff. $2,000 and then your $75 an hour maintenance, and then have to repair and pay another $75 an hour. An install can average up to 24 hours, but let's just say her install was 16 hours. Let's just say 10 to be nice, times $75, another $750 to $1,000 on top of the $2,000 to put back something that's going to inevitably come back out again, because that loctician didn't understand how to create the actual pattern that keeps it together. So we would talk about these things, and I even put it in my free webinar, because at this point I was like, advocacy and sharing information, sound information, is going to be helpful. So I'll put it in the free webinar. Let people moan and grow, but let people who really do research and dig and find out, me and anybody others who's been saying this for almost 2 decades, and look at the results and look at what's kind of transpired and with those results. Like you could kind of see, maybe they can't see, I don't know. I'm assuming that people can kind of learn from like the mistakes of others, and we wouldn't have to speak so much. But apparently there's a lot of new people that maybe don't follow that, so they just kind of go up to the professional like they should, and trust that the professional is going to educate them and tell them, lead them in the right direction. And so when they're coming to a group or a space like this, and then they're even shamed, I put that, scratch the names out, because I was like, what? I'm glad I'm not. I'm absolutely not supposed to be sitting up in those groups, because I would go crazy. Let me see what y'all saying in the Facebook group, because I know y'all with me. I'm not even streaming anymore on YouTube, because I'll probably have to do my own separate video in there. But they're I mean, not YouTube, Instagram, because they're on there, and the people that are doing that, and they constantly don't want people like us to speak out, because that $2,000 was something, I'm sure, very lovely for that person to receive, and they probably didn't want to hear anything else about your complaint. And then when you come back and tell them they came out, they're going to make sure that you feel bad because you didn't listen. That's too much money she wasted. Thanks. So, hey, Renata. Oh, now I'm seeing more. Yeah, that's crazy. I've had to learn in my wise age, my wisdom. So you can't always sugarcoat everything. And you can actually do a lot of help for people. You do a lot of harm by not speaking up. Number one, I've learned that. You can also, not everybody's going to like what you say when you say things that maybe provide some justice, because there's certain people that literally depend on you not knowing. They depend on you not, like back in slavery. They didn't want us to read, because we read. We would fight back, But when you go in, and sometimes I've even heard people say like the loctician was like, "You're asking too many questions." You can never ask me too many questions. Ask me away. I've always approached my consultations that way. I started talking on YouTube like that way back in the day. Started speaking out against what I was seeing, with sister locks. And I was like, I know people are not going to like me, but this is not information that should not be said. So I want y'all to encourage people who may not know me to go ahead and look all back in those videos. I took a hiatus for a long time. That's why I'm not, maybe you don't see as many. But it's also what I say, because I think that in providing justice, fair treatment, quality services, and really actually taking ownership of our industries properly, we need to have people who are going to stand up for professionalism standards. They're there in every other profession. What makes this one so different? And what makes it where DIY and other techniques that have been kind of allowed to take over social media platforms have been now the pillar of what people see as the common knowledge? That's not the common knowledge. That is what that's what the segment broke off into, and it became popular. But it doesn't mean that it's a foundational method. And we will break it all the way down in the boot camp as much as I can for that price, because you're still not going to investing in the program is going to give you everything. Obviously, the step by step technique, but the boot camp is going we're going to put as much as we can in there for less than 100. But some people pay $40 for for the whatever price you paid, and giving you this coaches, giving you the space to talk about this and share. And you're going to find consistent every single boot camp group. We found consistent feedback consistently. Y'all can act like I'm lying. I'm sorry. I don't know what spirit is in me, but it's kind of a little upset because it's like I'm not lying when so many people said I did that and it came out. I did that to my own hair and it came out. I did so and so got that. A friend of mine did that and her hair came out, or it didn't. It took a long time to repair, or there was a lot of repair work. It's person after person after person, but not necessarily what people are going to share with you on social media. Social media can be very deceptive, and if they're a business owner doing that, they're definitely not going to show you the ongoing photos. They're not going to show you that client that whose hair came out. They're not going to talk about that. And then if you have a good foundation, then and you have a very trustful skilled loctician, then that advice, yes, absolutely take their advice. I would never tell her not to take advice, but she wasn't in the hands of someone that knew exactly what to do. Because even in charging her that. And then I'm looking at the pictures. It's very the grid. It's very much we have to. There's independent people, thinkers I know for sure, who are not easily fooled by just a grid. I've talked about that in my videos. I was like, that grid is good. Like I couldn't keep it quiet. I was like, is nobody else seeing all of these even grids? But I'm not seeing any locks or not really seeing the progression of the locks, because that's what we want people to see too, because that's what we are supposed to be advertising. So I still see these things still there where it's a really clean parted grid and etc. And then I know y'all are going in a group. Sorry, y'all. I'd rather them ask questions than be disappointed later. Yes, at least somebody should have given her some helpful hints, not shame her. She's already devastated. Yes, Nicole. Yes. And I keep mentioning social work, but this is where it's coming from. So I'm always going to squash that, like where my passion is coming from. Because I've advocated for people already. I'm already been taken advantage of in my life as well, and I know what it feels like, and so I advocate for it. And so when I see and bullied, I'm being fully transparent. That's been my story. Bullied, shamed, all these things. So I'm very much an advocate for it. I will speak out against when I see it happening to others because I know what it feels like, but also now we get into business. Now we get into something I'm very passionate about. Now we're getting into my domain. I'm telling y'all. I tell people I am never going to stop talking about I'll be dead and I'll be a ghost talking about, and I'll be working through people. I'll be haunting people that do this, because stop and just invest. And if the investment is telling you this, that's not the right investment. It is so life changing to have your hair done so well. It is so freeing. It is so beautiful. And I already told you on a spiritual level, when you have people gracing your crown, y'all don't take it lightly when they're disrespecting you, when they're not honoring you, and they got their hands all up in your hair and you're wondering why things are looking falling apart. Or be very discerning. If then that woman came, I saw she was very vulnerable, and I could tell by her response, she really thought she was really, really like, what is happening? And I have a pit in my stomach when she says that. Anxiety, some of the symptoms of anxiety, and also intuition lies in right here. So she knows that feeling is telling her there's a big problem. That's a really horrible feeling to feel. I don't know if any of y'all felt that pit in your stomach. Like, especially as women, black women, we have very high intuition. We are connected to the divine. We are the vessel. Like, so when you feel that, and then she allowed them to grace her crown, and then they're like, what was some of the things I said in the previous slide? Let me go back to the previous slide. It's a lot of words. Sorry, I'm gonna try to blow it up and let you see. But the person that did her hair said, "Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind." She had. Oh wait, she said. Um, she asked, "Are you sure you don't want it done?" So her hair is loose. Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind. Needless to say, my stomach has been in knots all day. So, oh, she said she instructed me not to mist every day. You could, when your hair is in the proper foundation, misting it will help it. Now, if you have a looser curl texture, um, you might be advised on certain, you might have certain parameters that are a little more restrictive at first, just because, but misting and activating the curl is helpful. And there's some things I've dropped gems in a lot of these lives before. I might feel like, do I want to drop another one? Because y'all not commenting on YouTube, and I might end the stream on YouTube. But y'all on the Facebook group are on fire. So there, I might just keep it to y'all. But there are some things, some tips that actually will help accelerate the lock-in process, right? For your hair, no matter the curl type. So I have a 4C. So a lot of the things that I was doing or able to do. I probably had more liberties because my hair was locking very quickly. So 4C hair tends to lock very fast. All hair can lock with the curl, but our hair tends to also not have as much, like the oil doesn't make it all the way down, tends to be quote unquote, not drier, but it's less oil distribution to the ends because of the curl. So there's a lot of things that we can do to help our hair maximize the curling. And so my loctician, actually, there was some things she said, if you take a shower, and you can let that mist get on it if you like. You can mist it with some water. Just you can sleep without a bonnet, because it's in the stage right now where it's locking really well. That's the advice. That's the things that I've done. My hair will be 17 years, January 2nd, 2025. And I've done certain things to it that helped it lock, because I wanted it to lock faster. I've instructed the hundreds of clients that I've serviced hands-on out of Brooklyn, New York primarily, to, depending on their hair type, depending on the process, that's something that I would instruct them to do as well. So the client was not wrong. The loctician was not an actual loctician. I don't know who it is. Sorry. I don't know. Some part of me is like, you're not being mean. You're just speaking the truth, because people will love or hate you anyway. You be too nice, you be too mean, you tell the truth, you help people, you help hundreds, you help thousands of people. That's what matters to me, helping people. I wish this woman, if she wants to ever reveal who she is to me, I saw her name, but I'm not in that group. I would love to give her some complimentary, depending on where she is, I might even give her a complimentary repair session. I would love to connect with her. They did you dirty. I know what it's like. Don't deal. I will help you, and get that pit out your stomach. Especially now, if y'all know who she is, person that shared this with me, if you want to drop a message to her, if she responds, tell her to reach out to me, and we are going to help. Depending on what she is, I might even be able to either connect her with someone in our platform or give her a very special installation offer. And I would love to track her progress, and I would love for her to see what her hair really truly can do and be like, and for her to enjoy her vacations and allow her to get mist in her hair. Um, I'll give her some clear instructions though on what she should do. She's not the first fine haired client. I mean, y'all saw Angela, right? The lock extension client. She had fine thin hair. She still has her extensions. She's almost past 15 years. She all her hair now. I want her hair to go the course. As long as she wants her locks, I want her to have them and to be beautiful and refined. So I'm offering that to her. And if there's anybody in that group, don't be scared to speak up, y'all. Please don't. You will be helping a lot of people when we just it takes confidence. I know it takes strength. It takes a couple of things to kind of go against the grain. But I always was like, I'm not normal. Like I'm not the norm. I will speak out. I find something and I say it. Because what's the cost of you not? What's the cost of you letting things just go? Okay, everyone getting their quick cash now for these things at the cost of what? At the cost of, that's why I said people like, if people have time, they will take you to court. If people have time, or if you've wronged them enough, they'll do more than that. So, excuse me. Oh, Lord. Thanks, Natasha. You've learned so much with Microloc Mastery. Foundation is important. Research is so important. It's so very disappointing. We have to invest so much money into your hair and you don't get what you deserve. Yes, Dee Dee. Yes, I tell my clients to miss their hair. hmm And if you're knowledgeable, you're with them. You're supporting them through this process. So, that's good. It's not just some random advice, but you're actually their loctician, and you tell them when they shower, it's okay to not put it. Yes, yep, that's exactly okay for certain hair type. I'm not saying that y'all to go. Sorry, every time I talk, I get like a runny nose. Hold on. I'm not saying it for everyone just randomly to do that, but this is some advice that she could do. But that's why I tell people to be kind of cautious of just getting blanketed advice from a group or something, because sometimes what works for one person will not work. And also the skill of the loctician. So if the loctician know how to go in there and grab and straighten up that lock and get it nice and refined and consistent, make it like a barrel, get you close up, repair, you might even have a little more liberty because their skill is higher. But if they don't know how to do repair, you got to be very careful and making no repair. And that's hard because hair is hair. So, you know. Um, so what else I have to say? I think that's it. I really want to help her. Before I travel to her 2.5 hours. I don't know where she is. Um, I said I wasn't going to talk too much about it because it gets me hot. So, like I said, the boot camp, this is why the boot camp is for people who might be in this situation. It's for everyone. Everyone. We've had sister locticians that practiced for 15 years in our boot camp learning and appreciating the advice. We have brand new people. We have people who were clients and now they know how to navigate how they ask when they're in the boot camp. And if y'all become a part of our network, we can refer them right from the boot camp to you. And they're like, oh my gosh, because they know the information that we're sharing in the boot camp is consistently taught through the program. And so they usually, if they feel confident in the information, they see the pictures and the results that we share throughout the boot camp, then they hopefully will feel more trusting to go in network with us as well. If you are a part of our community already, this is free for you. And I do want to mention, we've been sending emails out to y'all to go into your on the dashboard. There's promo codes and discounts. Click it. Get this for free. Some of y'all haven't been doing it and been hitting up the team. How can you get in the boot camp? So we're gonna send you another email. Please make sure that that it's on your dashboard. If you if you go through the boot camp and you're not a part of the program and you want to be a part of the program, we're going to talk to you about that. And only for boot camp members, we have something we share with y'all. We don't share with anyone else. The boot camp now is at regular price, $99 for 4 days, but it had been on sale through Black Friday, up to 40% off. And also the book. This is if you can't do the boot camp or you have to wait till next year to get into the next one. You can also purchase the Microloc Standards book at the microlocstandards.com, or you can purchase it on amazon.com, and it will have a lot of the information. The exception, no, I think the boot camp though format is one that can't be in a book. The format is literally you're getting support for you. So when you are interacting and you're really maximizing your registration in a boot camp, the coaches are able, all of us are able to talk specifically to you. So some people come in with specific things and we are able to support you specifically through that. So all levels. And also wanted to say, if you are an affiliate, I hope y'all been sharing these links because you get paid off of this. So the people that have already paid for the boot camp, if they came in through an affiliate link, I'm gonna check the dashboard in a moment to see who you. So you may have taken the boot camp and found it helpful. Sign up to be a free affiliate, and I'll give you that link in a moment. And every time you have a boot camp, and you're like, "Hey y'all, this boot camp helped me," get the money off when they enroll. You start at 10, you get between 10 and 20%. I mean, it may not seem like $1 million, but it's still help. It's still a thank you monetarily, a payment for you helping share that this was helpful. Let's change the quality of information out there. Yeah, people, I don't know if you realize how important that is, because when you are doing great work, it helps you. People are starting to be more discerning, and like they are asking for specific qualities now in their loctician. They're asking for, and if you've been already doing that, or that's your mission, or that's how you've been moving, you are now the desired person, not the Instagram famous, or someone who's able to get away with saying that for the moment. You're going to be the one that's like, well, go to so and so. She's got you. She's going to fix your hair up, and she cares about your hair, and she won't take advantage of you. How much more of a referral strength is that? And like, if people, would you go to someone that you just kind of saw like flashy pictures, or if someone told you, a few people told you to go to someone, and you saw the results, and it was what you wanted, it was long term, you're more likely to go. Word of mouth is always going to reign supreme. People might think that they're getting a cup, they're taking advantage of a few people, getting some quick money for their rent and their heating bill and whatever. And then it is going to blow up in their face. Unless you want to continue to change your name and continue to evade legal, you're going to have it catch up to you. You're going to piss off the wrong person, and the bottom is going to fall out from under you for the people who are intentionally doing this. When like, I don't even, because a lot of us, we think we can start a business just off what we already know, what we've seen, or what we looked at YouTube or whatever. But that's not going to be able to last and sustain itself after a while. People are going to want to see that more, and they want to see some credible information. If they've benefited off the information, they may not be sharing it, but people literally have, even, I guess, even in our program, but certain things that I've said or other people have said that have been sound, knowledgeable information, they will never forget that you're the person, that's the person that talks about solid knowledgeable information, because I always consistently use, it's always a tip that works for me. I can see the result. You're going to be like a pillar, a strength amongst the trends coming and going. Does that make sense? Things blowing around, hot for the moment, not hot, hot for the moment, not hot. And then they're going to go back. You've always said, you've always been consistent with your information. You've always been consistent with your quality. And so that's how I think people are going to find lasting success. That's how every other business works. Why would it be any different in ours? And I have, just like I said, a special connection to this and this population, and because I'm a Black woman, and hair is a big part of our culture. It's a cultural thing. It's a spiritual thing. Whether people go far with the into spirituality or not, you can't deny that it is. And we've always had old wives' tales about hair and who you let touch your hair, and all the way back to ancient days, it's infused in spirituality and culture. So when we think we're going to get away with having all these bad things happening, all these manipulative cash grabs, from the trainings to the poor services to the uneducated to the disregarding your concerns, and I got your money already, you didn't listen to me type of energy, that's not going to have a huge consequence based on how powerful this has always been for us. Like, that's not going to change. So education is forever. You trust word of mouth, Natasha. Thank you for dropping that affiliate link, Nicole. And for those people who might be catching this replay on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen. And it is microlocmastery.com/affiliates with the S, I believe. I'm going to share that. And if you want to join the boot camp, it's just microlocbootcamp.com. It's because we dropped this earlier. So for those people who want to be an affiliate, it's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. I'll take that off. And again, this boot camp is not for people who don't like to participate and engage. Energy is big. The most successful people I've ever seen, and the ones in the program or not in the program, just successful, especially in this industry, this niche. I'm not talking about successful from vanity metrics by likes and follows. I'm talking about successful. Um, they are go getters. I've seen people do every assign. You don't have to be perfect, but they just the passion, the motivation. They won't stop until they go for it. They get the information. They apply what is helpful for them. Right? They're open minded. Defensiveness or combativeness. Don't really get it anyway, but sometimes I don't even want to entertain it because I don't think we really have that issue. One time, one person out of the how many people we've had in the boot camps now? We looked at the numbers, a lot, and then one person tried to do a chargeback on PayPal, but she showed up to every. Was it boot camp or was it something else? Her face was on camera and her name showed up. I think she just didn't have any money or she was trying to get over on me. So then PayPal was like, "You have a dispute," and I don't know why I was in PayPal, and I was like, "What?" And then I was like. I shared it with the team at the time. I said, because they're helping run the classes and face up on the screen, name on the thing. I put it to PayPal. Expedition. In no moment was, not even a breath was put out my mouth fully before PayPal said, "You got your money back." I was like, why would she? If you have any issue paying for anything and you really value our content and information, just reach out. Just reach out. I'd rather you have the information than to try to do something negative or deceptive because it's just not good energy for you, for anybody to like, oh, I'm gonna do boot camp again and show up every day on camera. So we had her face and we had her name. So maybe she did it by accident and didn't mean to, but we do reach out first and say, hey, like what happened? What's going on? So that's the only time I could think about when I think about that. Like, if they weren't right for the program, then they just wouldn't show up, or they can send us a message, etc. And yeah, I do care about the strength refinement. Things start off looking superficial and end up being substantial, right? So, how do I put this in words? Everybody has their own taste. But for me, wanting a certain quality and end up taking the path I took with Microlocs and Micro Mastering Natural Beautiful Hair Care, it was something that ended up being so important that I aligned with a person that can give me that. So if you have a similar path or a path where you're also in a space where it might be that, I don't know, that extra, like she pays attention to refinement. So when you're teaching or educating, you can see that. I'm not trying to be funny, but I know when I was doing my consults, I was looking at the hair of the people and do they have what I want, and that's why we ask to look at pictures of clients because we do want to see, and some of us are in the hair anyway, and so we have an eye that's like really lasered in on certain things. So like our braider might, who wants to get their own braids, are gonna look at potential braiders a certain way versus someone who's not a braider who's like, I just want braid. And it doesn't mean that they could have different things, but it's just you're coming in with a different experience and background. So you are expecting certain things, right? It's never going to end well. That's not okay. Yes, like I say, you're very supportive and willing to help those ones. Oh, thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Keisha. All right. And so, oh, child. In conclusion, it's so funny because I'm streaming on YouTube, but I know a lot of y'all YouTube are in the Facebook group. So we have people popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out, and not really saying someone put Facebook. So I guess everybody, even the YouTube commenter put Facebook. So if y'all not feeling the live stream on YouTube, it's all good. I can keep it exclusive to the group. Should I do that? Should I make my lives just exclusive to the group? And then do like edited stuff on YouTube? Because I was thinking about that because YouTube has kind of been doing me dirty with some things, and I want to make sure like the information is really going where people really want. Because I see people popping in, people popping out, people popping in. And then when I used to do a lot of my information on YouTube and then I went away, I saw a lot of it like copied. And so over the years, and now like everybody. But can you imagine a time when no one was talking about microlocs and I was on there talking about microlocs? And I was saying things the way I was saying about, so I said things about the foundational method way back then. I talked about tool types way back then, way back in 2010. I was saying, I was talking about I didn't have a term for it, but I was talking about the differences between the Sister Lock tool and the tool that I was distributing for at the time. Y'all go look it up. I don't distribute for them anymore. I don't really say, because we have our own tool within Microloc Mastery that I made when I was pregnant 11 years ago, 12. So certain tool type, I was noticing them because I was getting a lot of transfer clients from Sister Locks. So even with an interwoven lock foundation, there are still things that are different. Everything is having, it's like, what type of level of knowledge do you want? Do you want like to just know what method or not care about methods, right? And just say, I'm going to make a small base. Do you want to know what particular method is going to get you a particular result that's long lasting? Or do you want to know within that method, what tool types, what do you need those rotations? How many, what is going to make the lock really strong? What's going to give it? So it's like layers to it. And so I teach to the top kind of layer. Like, yeah, if you leave hair to mat, it'll mat into a lock. But if you do it in a specific way with a specific routine of maintenance, a specific care routine, um, time frames, it can be flexible as far as the maintenance. We do need to have a regular time frame, but then I tell you, when you do the foundation really well, you get away with a lot. You can get away with some things because your foundation is a little stronger. And then knowing the stages and stuff like that. That's all nuanced information that gets you just right there, right? And that's what the certification does, and it gives you that necessary support, right? So I let me see if y'all have any questions in the Facebook group. Okay, thank you. Um, no more questions. Are y'all ready? You saw that too, Jessica. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. I wish you could send some of my work so I could tell me if I'm doing. Send the work over. Send it over to us. Are you in the community, the Microloc Masters community? Because you can just send it to our inbox, or you can send it to info@microlocmastery.com, and you're typing fast. No worries. Some of my work, so you could tell me, and then put your name too, because sometimes your Facebook names don't match the names if you're in the program or not, and then it's hard. Some of y'all have completely different names. I'm like, who is this? So now, lastly, the scholarship giveaway. Okay, so even if you're in a boot camp, you qualify. Even if you're in a program, I'm going to throw a couple more surprises because I just feel like, why not be benevolent? If I take my passion and turn it into helping people who really want the info, there's always going to be some people that don't want it. There's always going to be people that don't value it. But there are people that do value this information. I thank y'all so much in the group for sharing that. It's been helpful for you. So we have. Dun, dun, dun. That's not it. Wrong slide. Hold on, y'all. Where's the right slide? The holiday giveaway. Um, yep. So the applications are open. So for y'all peekabooing on YouTube, if you were to comment or something, I would know that you might want a free scholarship. Come back later, leave a comment, like the video, push it back into the algorithm. I'm settling something with YouTube behind the scenes, and then it's doing weird things to some people's accounts. So y'all can push a like, write your name if you would like to win a full scholarship. The biggest scholarship we're giving is the full training, which is valued at $2,500. It's priced at $2,499, $2,499, but it's worth 6,000 minimum. You have ongoing support. We're giving that away. We're also giving away some more programs. I'll leave it there. Applications are open. I'm gonna put the link up where you can go ahead and apply. I'll put it on the screen. I'm gonna be honest. When you apply, you're gonna be dropping your handles. You're gonna be dropping your name, if it's different. And there's people that already stick out in my head right now. And I hope that you're one of them, because you will be highly considered if you've already shown that you appreciate this information. You've already shown your investment into this. We want the right winners who are going to value this. It's okay if it's not you. I tell people it's okay for y'all to click off. That's fine. And you can go in and yell at the lady for not listening to the woman putting two strand twists in her hair for $2,000. And gosh, God forbid that it happens to someone that you care about, or that you have a deal with a similar situation. I would think that people would want, if you don't know something about a field, if I don't know anything about being an electrician, so I'm hiring someone and this person gives me a shoddy job and I've gave them $2,000 for an electrician is like, that's a lot of money too. And I've gotten taken advantage of. In Racist, Pennsylvania. I know it was because I was black. I was a young black girl, and all these white guys, like redneck white guy, and sold me a car, and it was, I don't know, at the time, it might have been like 1,000, like a hoopty, and that car broke down so bad, like they literally like were laughing when I pulled off. I know what it's like to have somebody give you something bad and make fun of you. And notice I asked, and it was like, you feel so angry. Like, how could I let this happen? And then I thought about it and I was like, well, should I have done something different? I mean, of course, I could have gone, I didn't have the expertise to be like, well, this carburetor is bad. Da-da-da-da-da. I didn't know. I just trusted. So you learn your lesson, right? So let me put the link in the chat for the giveaway. And it is, I'm going to just, free Microloc training.com/giveaway. I'm going to have to, maybe I'll put a pop-up on the Microloc Mastery page. I just realized I should do that. But you can always go to freemicroloctraining.com/info. It's linked in our bio. You can always go there to link to anything we have going on. The free webinar. Y'all know the free webinar? Y'all watching the free webinar? You're getting the workbooks and stuff that come with the free webinar. The boot camp is the boot. So we have all these little offerings, and then we have the main program, and then we have this giveaway. So let me see. I'm so thankful for you, Keisha. You're welcome, Danielle. Indeed, I dealt with the loctician for 2 years and had was taking people who don't have good hearts will take advantage of you. Anybody who allows them to. I have a whole book coming. I'm a social worker. I have a whole book coming about like dysfunctional behaviors. Y'all know I'm a licensed therapist, right? A lot of us have been through a lot, and some of us get into the field of helping because of our experiences. That's usually a lot of people's stories that are social workers or counselors, therapists. And a lot of what I do is driven by, like, it's kind of a psychological thing where you want to give justice to others. It helps. It's like a way you give justice to yourself kind of thing. But if you felt wronged, or if you felt like, some certain people have been through a lot more traumatic things than me. And so then they'll get into a certain part of helping in their life as a mission. And it makes that situation they've been through actually something that they turn to good. I never really say anything can be bad or good. It's what you do with it. So, victims don't need to become abusers. Victims can become advocates. So it's like you pick a road. So if you've been through some crazy things and you didn't like how it felt, like the things we see with Diddy, the things we see with whoever, and I know that Diddy probably went through some stuff when he was a child, and he's doing those same things because that's what you think you're supposed to do when you get in power. Or a lot of people who've been similar situations like that, you'll find that they can become the abuser. So anyway, I said all that to say, when you've been through things that did not feel good for you, you have a choice to continue doing it, because there's people that say, even in hair, like, I don't want to deal with black people, or I can't trust people, I've been wrong. So then they end up having like a negativity, or they end up sometimes not care. I don't care. Right? She got an attitude with me. I'm jump off her. She got attitude. Like, it's kind of like that. It takes a certain level of wanting to be better and do better that you have to stand up for. Like, even when you're going through your own pain, or you've been through your own pain, you can turn it into something helpful. I'm giving a giveaway, but y'all, I have a GoFundMe. I shut it down, but I was like, I'm gonna put it back up so I can gather funds to support the business. But that's not going to stop me from giving away. I'm not going to talk too much because I felt a tinge of a tear, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. So my passion for that post is the fire, because I know what it's like to be hurt. I know it's like, and so I turn it into, but doesn't mean we can't stop advocating for people. We can't stop talking about it. And in your darkest moments, if you can give back, even if it's a kind word, a kind gesture, switch your heart to gratitude in some way, you will watch your life change, right? So I also feel happy giving away, because, like, why not? Why not? So did I put it on the stage? I did not put it up, y'all. Sorry. Here we go. This is the link. freemicroloctraining.com/giveaway. Remember, I also tell y'all the reason why we say like and engage is because, especially if you have businesses or pages you're trying to grow, that's it's a gift of, it's reciprocal energy. So, instead of being upset or turn your face down, if it's something that you really truly got benefit from and you actually like it, you know what you're saying to the universe, you know what you're saying to God, whatever. I appreciate it. Thank you. And it opens up for more. But when people are like, I don't like, and then they don't deal with the stuff of why they don't. That's why I'm just trying to help shift the energy, y'all. Shift the energy into positivity or healing, right? So a lot of people could appreciate this. We've had scholarship winners um, for the past. So this is the fourth one. So three. I feel like I had more than 3 years. Oh, we've had more than one scholarship winner. That's why. Each year there'll be a main one or two. One year I did two winners, but that person, unfortunately, I think life just life for them, because I tell y'all to make an agreement to finish the course. And so I'm not gonna put them on blast or anything. No, you guys wouldn't know unless you real detectives. But one person, yes, she didn't finish it. She was apologizing for not logging in. So that's why I'm a little bit more like, I want to go to the right person, because that was a seat that could have went to someone else that would have finished the program, would have been doing whatever it is that they wanted to do, the goals that they have for themselves, whether it's just to do their own hair, whether it's just to know how to do it to save their money from giving it to someone else, but save it and do it themselves, or to have their business, but they could have been accomplishing whatever goal. You don't have to want to start a business for this giveaway. You literally can keep these skills for yourself. It's education and it's knowledge and it's community. You are our family. We'll always accept you into what we have, our workshops, our group coaching, bonus. You have bonus 30-minute one-on-one with me, and I think there's two, because if we have a business builder, we have one for the business builder if you have that, and we have one for the main program. And then we have coaches have office hours. We actually provide probably too much coaching. 2025, we are definitely going to shift a couple of things to make sure, but we're not going to stop giving you support. We also have our member meetings, our workshops in our own community. It's off social media. So we want to support those people who are like, I'm not living on social media. Like, no, you don't have to. You once you log into your dashboard, you will see the way to connect to the community through our platform. We go live there. And you can also video and cam up with other people, have your own meetings. But we really want people to network and connect. And what else? Oh, the Microloc Directory.com, that offers in this giveaway as well. You'll have that free year post certification to utilize it. And then our membership. So our membership fees are always waived at the first year. So maximize the hell out of it. Okay, it's really we only can get really what we put into it. So the people who I feel like are really doing the best are because they're putting into it. They're setting up goals. Either you're checking in with the group coaching and you're keeping on. Life might happen, so you don't give up, right? You might take a break and let me go deal with life and then come right back. So as long as you show that you're motivated, no one's going to penalize you for, oh, you missed a class. No, we don't do that. I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that shaming. That's why I got really mad about that, what I just showed y'all. But don't do shaming. It made me, ooh, energy just went through me. It makes me, mm. I do not like that. And I don't like shaming clients or anything either. You literally, people are not our children, right? People are their own beings, and people learn best from the consequences of their own actions. Now you can give them advice, and then watch them go do something else. You can make strict rules about whether or not they can come back onto your books, but you don't sit there and you don't shame, and you also take accountability also. So there's times where I might have, this is a good example. I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of rambling all over the place, but it's kind of like spirit is telling me to tell y'all. A client who's like a friend now. Clients sometimes have become your heart, and I had someone that I was training help start her install. She actually was supposed to be having her install done by someone else. And I noticed part of the way that I needed to step in. And I came in, I finished, and she actually was like, I wanted you to do my hair. I didn't want the train. So I apologized. And it took so much, even to this day, years later, she was like, I wasn't even going to come back because I wanted you and you gave me to someone else. And I was like, I'm glad you didn't, because like she's like my closest friend now. But there was some imperfection, some inaccurate sizing done by the trainee. I tried to clean up as much as I could, but I didn't even really notice. And then until her hair started evolving, she was like, "These are a little bigger." Okay. Um, I don't know if I had mentioned that we could take them down, but then at some point down the line, she was like, could you ever take these out and redo them? And I was like, yeah. And then the point was, the accountability was, I should have offered that to her from the beginning. Let me redo that section too. I'm seeing it is bigger. I didn't notice that as it's evolving. And so, I took accountability and I said, you know what, for all that time that passed too, I'll go ahead and do it for you for free, because I should have honored that was growing, that was evolving bigger. Like any type of accountability, or I didn't tell you this instruction, or I didn't do that, or I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to refer you. Accountability goes very far. So it's not about saying you have to be perfect and know everything, or you're wrong. It's more about just being able to be honest. Um, you want to register. That's a great. Hey, Dana. You want to register for the boot camp? Nicole dropped the link inside of the chat in the Facebook group. So anybody who wants to be in a Facebook group where we're actually interacting, YouTube, because my interactors are in the Facebook group. I'm like, where y'all at? That's where y'all are. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link so y'all can get in this Facebook group and in our family. And some of the exclusive stuff that we do only in the Facebook group. It's at the bottom, and that's the giveaway link. And for those who may not know me, welcome. I'm Jessica, founder of Microloc Mastery, coiner of Microlocs. Come get the real education, solid knowledge. I encourage you, if you have time, go to my earlier videos, like 10 something years ago. And then if you ever watch a recent video and hear the messaging, be consistent. Hear what I say then. Nothing has really changed. Maybe I don't say certain names of things, but I'll still give the same information. And I knew I was whispering to y'all because I was like, ooh, they're going to come for me, but I got to tell y'all this. And I used to be like, so y'all, there is a difference between microlocs and sister locks. And they would say, no, it's not. No, it's not. You have sister locks. I said, I don't even know what y'all tool looks like. And then, yeah, you, ban her. And now I just did a review of many people are doing this install, and people are sharing their experiences. And now I'm saying, y'all, that's not a professional install. Come for me if you want. But I would never, ever, if you're hearing this and you still decide to put $2,000 down for a 2-string twist, it's up to you. but please don't expect it to evolve in the same way as if you did it in the installation methods that we've been doing and perfecting over here at Microloc Mastery Natural Beautiful Hair Care for 17 years. Almost. My hair will be 17 years. And then 16 years, 16 years of trained experience and innovation upon this training, because my loctician was like, I'm done. You're doing way more than what I could ever do with the creating your own tool, with creating the extensions. So my loctician was referring people to me for the reattachment. And she said, my hands are done. This is something that you got a passion for, because she couldn't stop me. I kept talking about it, I kept doing, I kept putting information out. And she was just like, whoo, child. And I was like, but there should be solutions. And why do they keep showing? Why do they keep doing? We got sister law clients. Like, why do they keep doing this? Look at where it's breaking. Look at da. And then we would just keep having these meetings. And we're like, how come? She was like, that's why I do this to the tool. And that's why I use this tool. And I started to incorporate that and started documenting how we changed. And from our grid to the quality of the locks and the things that we talk about in the boot camp. Tool sizes, everything. That's what we will share in the boot camp if you join. But we go way more into the program, because you will be you'll be certified in this knowledge. And so that's how it developed with Microloc. I said, I'm going to call it Microloc. She was like, I was like, I'm going to call it not Sister Lock. She was like, ooh, Joanne's going to have a field day. I was like, I'm just playing, but I definitely want to make it different from Sister Lock. So I'm going to go head down to the attorneys and trademark. This is my story. And this is what we are talking about in the boot camp, as far as those standards that'll keep that consistent. They didn't come out of thin air. We're not money grab. We're not doing something to copy Sister Lock, literally inspired by Sister Locks, but realized there was so many gaps and flaws that needed to be addressed if we want people to not be in our chair sad, not crying, not have baggies of locks broken off, not have no solution. That is what inspired me to move as an already social worker. At the same time I was growing my business, I was a social worker, getting my master's in social work. It's synonymous. It was helping through the hair, but high quality. The highest quality you could ever have is powerful. So it wasn't like I'm just going to do a technique. It was like there's a mission to this. So I give credit and kudos to Joanne, but I do know how energy is, and I do know what intentions do, and how it trickles all the way down through your people, and that energy that you just can't explain. But when you meet the head, you see. Is it really trying to help, or you want to just be seen as is it now just ego, or do you really want to help people? Do you want to address things, or do you want to try to disrespect your competition because you're threatened? Up until what y'all saw. I keep having to reference that because I don't want y'all to forget the passion that a lot of y'all had. Like, I just don't want y'all to lose that, because I'm still representing Microlocs, even though I'm not on that panel with her. So think about if the information has been helpful through all these years. If someone feels so threatened to snatch a mic and call me bootleg after all the innovations that we've done, and I'm not stopping, and I'm giving y'all this information, this y'all connected to it. If anything, take the free webinar. If anything, take the free webinar. The group is on the bottom. I'm going to put the free webinar up for those who may be just scanning through YouTube and like, who is this? What's she talking about? There's 55 million other people talking about my girl. You got the right one, babe. You got the right one. Let me get you the webinar on the bottom. Let me take the giveaway off. Okay, because I want you to have too many links. Is it too many links? I'll go ahead and take it off anyway. So you'll have that. Apply. We are going to close applications. I'm probably a couple of days before, so we're less than 2 weeks away. I'm meeting tonight with the producer and the MC. Do y'all remember Ra? Ra has been supporting Naturally Beautiful Hair Care from when I did the panels with the men who supported Black natural hair. Brothers I Love Sisters with Natural Hair was my other brand. Ra is our MC. He has been on my panel like 4 times. And our producer I used to work with when I was active working as a social worker in Brooklyn, who's also supported the brand and the business. So these are guys are about Black women, love y'all having your natural hair, and love you supporting like your journey through locks and getting great quality hair. They're not into hair like women, but they're like, I'm trying to find this link. They are, I'm in the wrong thing. They are definitely OG supporters. Here we go. And we're going to be meeting tonight to talk about what more fun we can do. If y'all were at the party last year, please drop a comment. And y'all may not be on YouTube. If you're watching a replay, drop in a comment. I'm not expecting this video to get any kind of movement on YouTube because all of y'all are in the group. Um, Accountability lacks a lot today. Facts. What we should do as a practice, I've been doing it myself, and it's helping me be, I think, a better person. Is when I say I'm about to say something judgmental to somebody else, I'll put it back on myself, or I'll try to have the other view. So, like when I say maybe people are doing this to people because they don't have the skill to do it. Um, Maybe they're doing this technique because they don't think there's anything wrong with it, or whatever. Maybe there's a time I've done something where I didn't think it was wrong. But once I saw that the results were X, Y, and Z, I had to make a decision. So like you can how do I say, put the shoe on the other foot and learn accountability about how you can also turn the mirror onto you, but you can still speak up for those who are literally doing. So I was like, oh, I'm so frustrated that why doesn't that person do X, Y, and Z? And then I'll say, well, I guess somebody could say that about me too. That kind of teaches you to not always be to kind of have a more complex understanding of it. Yeah. But then there's just some things that are just, if people are literally mean, then you're like, listen, don't do that to people, blah, blah, blah. But accountability, if a client, in our client relationships as a professional, accountability is very powerful. And being able to apologize is very powerful. Sometimes people get scared or intimidated, which happens a lot. Intimidation is from low self-esteem, right? So I may not know how to do that, but I'm going to tell them they didn't follow my instruction. I hear that so many times from client transfers. The loctician said I didn't follow her instructions. I'm referencing this again, this thing we were looking at. The loctician said I didn't follow her instructions. And I said, well, what other options, when you told her that you did follow the instructions and it still came loose, what other options were there? She didn't tell me. She just kept saying it. And I said, it does sound like she doesn't know anything else to say. And accountability could probably say, listen, I don't really know how to fix that. Or there's someone that might know a little bit more than me. You don't have to say all flat out, like, I don't know anything, but you can say, I'm going to think of somebody that might be able to help you a little bit more than I can at this moment. But I want to get you help versus you just not listening to me, like whatever. Da, 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 da. So I find sometimes people feel threatened by what they don't know. So I want to make sure everybody that's in a program or at least in a boot camp will at least have an idea of how to get the help they need or how to address it, like expand it. So we're not ever in a situation where there's absolutely like we're stuck. I don't know what to do. We can say, this is within my scope, or how can I get what I need to get? Or I want to give everybody training so they're like, know how to repair 99.9% of the problems with, repair, product maintenance. Oh, you're doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, that could be potentially what the issue is. We had to troubleshoot and find out that clients were using a particular type of conditioning co-wash not back in the day, like maybe 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago. And it was very popular and people were using it on loose hair, but they were using it on their locks as well. They were trying to do the same thing. And the client, her hair didn't look like it was growing for so long. It was the same length. I'm like, but we're retightening. Why does it look like it's the same exact length? And also we're doing the same repairs over and over and over again, closing up the softened hair, it's loosening. Like, what is going on? And what they were essentially doing was unraveling their locks. And it was the unraveling at the ends and it was breaking off because it was undoing the locking process. So once we figured that out, we had a conversation with the client and then also give them an option to achieve the goal that they're trying to achieve with why they're doing the problematic thing. And that's a more effective and productive way to approach the conversation than to just shame or scold. What is it that you were trying to accomplish? My hair just always looks dry, she said. It just always looks and feels. I don't even know if she said it feels dry, but she said it looks dry. She was still trying to adjust to her hair locking 4 years in. And which means that you are going to have, it's a different texture. It's a different, matted hair is not, when hair, once it mats, it's completely different quality. It has different qualities than a loose bunch of hair that's just loose, but it's not matted together, right? So matted hair, it has the appearance that, that it has less luster, it has all these different qualities that make it, and which is what locked hair is, matted hair. So there needed to be a conversation about what the locking process would be for her, and some of the things that are normal, and how she can achieve healthy hair in the locking process, as opposed to trying to get it to behave and respond like loose natural hair, and do it and treat it that way. Does that make sense? We said the party was amazing. We're glad you won and got to share your story. Yes, Nicole. Yay. All right. So I've been on for a minute. Ooh, child. Longer than a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this out so that y'all can be ready for the boot camp. And so that just in case you have any final things you need to get access to it. Tonight is going to be led by Tasha. Maybe I should say her name correctly for a change. Tosha. Hold on. I had the schedule up here. I wanted to show y'all. Excuse me. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and it should be right here. Yep. So tonight, and I might pop on or I might not, because I have to actually go and do some things with my daughter. So if I don't see y'all all tonight, I will see y'all by day 4. We have, I believe, Coach Frida tomorrow. And then we have, is this it? Nicole Wednesday, I believe and then Thursday, I think it's both of us, Nicole and I. I don't have that schedule in here. I really thought that I had saved it here. So if you go to microlocbootcamp.com, you can actually see, let me see if I can go ahead and share my screen, just to let you see some of the outline of what we have going on. Okay. Why you want to act like that? My computer's like, girl, you know better. You know better. You better share what you already got saved up in the file, because my computer's like, no, don't get too fancy now. You trying to share a tab? So we're just sharing this. Microlocbootcamp.com. You'll go ahead and take a look. And I've also shared it on IG each day. You're going to see a post that tell you what we're covering that day, whether you're in it or not. But if you want to be in it, you should be in it so that you can talk about that in the actual workshop. All right. And so with that being said, let me see if there's any more final questions or comments. I look forward to it. I think I'm going to go live another day so we can talk about the 1 week before the holiday party. Yeah, it's less than 2 weeks. So we're definitely going to need to go. We're going to have our meeting in a little while, and I might drop some things that we might be doing differently this year for the holiday party, but y'all already know by commenting, definitely on YouTube. We might have to do something different with Facebook because they changed it for how you stream. But y'all know when you commented on YouTube, your comment went on to the screen. I mean, it went on to the thing. It's like and it picks your name out, and it gave you a whole confetti that you were the winner. So you're definitely going to still be able to do that, but we're going to have some other ways you can instantly from your phone, just to the chat, enter either a word or a hashtag, and it's going to put you in the running to win that particular prize. I would say watch the webinar and get your information for some of the games, for the bigger prizes, so that you can answer the questions right. And y'all know we do it like Jeopardy style. I know we have some other thing technique for 200, and then the thing pops up and asks you the question, and whoever answers it, then you get your points. The highest winner of the points gets that particular prize. So we do have some sponsors for some prizes. We do have Let me get the boot camp, put the giveaway back up. Which I want to do. Dang, everything just fell off my dresser. This desk. We do have some sponsorship from the brand Lovely. Gave me this whole kit. Some wash. Now, I do have to say, it smells good, but it's a little thick for, oh, that's weird. It's like really thick. You can't really see it. For starter Microloc. So I think this is just for locks in general. So a lot of the products, the sprays, the mist, accelerating hair mist. I love the ingredients. And so mm, she's going to raffle off a loctician starter kit and definitely things you can spray your client's hair with after retightness. I do approve of the products, the ingredients. I just say for the because we talk about maintenance, right? And maintenance tips, do's and don'ts. There's some product lines and some things that are tailored for traditional locks that are not necessarily beneficial for microlocks at particular stages. So there's just a little bit of that. We'll go over that in a party. We might incorporate some of that in the quiz. But yeah, these products are really. This is called Day, and it's they smell really good. She gave me so much, but I think the loctician starter set is going to have some of these in here. This is the rose water hydrosol, which is really nice. You mix the aromatic hydrosol all over to naturally hydrate, moisturize, and revitalize your skin and hair while indulging in the gentle. Okay, this I am digging because first of all, the properties of rose are all about love and self-love. Rose has been very good. A lot of people have been doing like rose water on their locks and stuff through the years. But the fact that you can spray this on your body, it has pure natural distilled rose water hydrosol. And our rose water is derived from 100% steam distillation. Our rose petals are heated in water under controlled heat. The steam is condensed. Okay. All right. Wow. Used to tone oily skin, soothe sensitive skin, and moisture dry skin. I love the fact that there is a knowledge that the scalp is skin, and the hair is a form of is it keratin, like what our nails are. Yeah, no, dope products. I love it, and I love incorporating the aromatherapy of the love, the rose, the essence of that is so nice. Yes, if any of you in our community, especially y'all on Facebook, but it also could be YouTube, you just sign up for the giveaway and the holiday party. Yay, Dana. Um, if you have any products that you would like to sponsor as giveaways, feel free to reach out at info@microlocmastery.com. We'd love to highlight you if you have samples you want to give. But reach out first so we can chat because I want to make sure we. This is how from our very first party we did in 2020. I gave away a few people. I had like friends I reached out to, and it was a product line that gave away a giveaway. I was talking to the owner of that product line years later, and I said, "Oh, my friend won your gift set at the giveaway. Her name is so and so." And they said, "What? That's my number one customer for years, repeat order customer." I said, "What? Yeah, that's my friend. I went to high school with her, and she won your gift set. And they was like, she's been buying my products religiously. Don't sleep. People will find as long as they find you and they like your product, they will be your. You never know. Is all I'm trying to say is who could be your number one client or customer just because you gave away a giveaway or you gave away some samples. And so that's what's happened. And we didn't even know. We were just talking casually. And then I find that that's happened in a few other people. So I think some people, they'll watch and don't, like I said, don't worry about vanity metrics. People are watching it. You don't even know. And when they win a prize or they they show up on this holiday giveaway, we gave away 35 prizes. We had so more than 35 people commenting, but it would in real time. So I tell people, y'all YouTube is funny, but a lot of people tuned in, and a lot of people have stayed and connected to us, and then ended up signing up for the program, signing up for purchasing products from for the giveaways. So people are ready to support the right people. So if you definitely have a product, you're a company that, and you want to just share to our audience, you think your product is in line with, it's relevant to what we talk about, please reach out. This is going to be 2025 is going to be when you start saying yes to things that you might be like, it's out of my comfort zone. I'm not quite ready. Say yes and watch. Just watch. Okay. To sponsor a giveaway, thank you so much. I do. What do I have to do? Yes, yes, Dana. Looking forward to hearing from you. Welcome to the holiday giveaway. We look forward to seeing you at the party. You have please attend the party to win. I'm so glad y'all been attending the parties, because I was like, our last year giveaway said, she said she wasn't even going to tune in. She was like, and I was like, when I knew that she was going to win, I was like, I hope she shows up. And I didn't start seeing her name in the comments. I was like, Nicole, I was like, where is she? She's our winner. She better show up. And then when I said her name, I was like, where's Nicole? Where's Nicole? And when we gave her some time to come up on the stage, and she finally came up on the stage, I was like, thank God, because you were going to be the winner. I just didn't want to have. I wanted to meet you and just hear your voice, and that was just really nice that you came up. And yeah, yay, you claiming it? Claim it, claim it. Yes, claim it. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in the Facebook group. So nobody on YouTube said they want me to stream on here. So I think we're gonna do our lives in the Facebook group. Y'all want to know how to join the Facebook group? I do see y'all watching on YouTube. And when I go on my phone, then it's weird because a lot of people show YouTube is weird. It's like they want you to stream from your phone or something. So I'm gonna put the banner at the bottom. Y'all could come into the group, and then we'll just do curated info on YouTube. And we'll do our party on YouTube. So maybe. Okay, here's how you join the Facebook group. On the bottom. All right, y'all. It's been really fun. Have a good rest of your evening, and I look forward to seeing whoever. Well, our team looks forward to seeing you tonight at the boot camp. I may or may not pop in. Our team holds it down, so I will see y'all though throughout the boot camp. But we just have different team members doing each day. Okay, so you get to meet our team as well. All right, y'all. I gotta pick up all this stuff. Bye.